A convicted murderer back in court Thursday morning seeking post-conviction relief. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a former Scottsbluff man serving a life prison sentence for a December 2016 murder at the R.C. Scott Apartments has lost his latest appeal. In 2018, Lucio Munoz was sentenced to life in prison for first-degree murder for the stabbing death of Melissa May. He also received 20 to 40 years for use of a weapon to commit a felony. Earlier this year, Munoz filed a motion for post-conviction relief, claiming that he had ineffective counsel with his court-appointed public defender Bernie Strecker and from appellate counsel Kelly Breen. Today, District Judge Andrea Miller ruled that there was no evidence of deficient performance on the part of Strecker and Breen. Judge Miller notes that even if deficient performance had been shown, there was no evidence to show that would have prejudiced Munoz's trial or undermined confidence in the outcome of the trial. She ruled that Munoz is not entitled to post-conviction relief, denied the requested relief in its entirety, and dismissed the motion. Munoz will remain at the Nebraska State Penitentiary serving out his life sentence. Well, a 29-year-old Alliance woman who was arrested by Gering police back in February has been sentenced to prison. Kirsty Jo Bunch was arrested after a man contacted officer saying she had made threats to kill him. Police made contact with her in the parking lot of the Stagecoach stop on M Street. Inside the vehicle, there was a lockbox that had Kirsty Jo's secret box written on it, and inside, officers found 26 grams of methamphetamine, 3.5 grams of heroin, a digital scale, and $1,520 cash. In June, she pleaded no contest to charges of distribution of an exceptionally hazardous drug and possession of a controlled substance. This week in Scottsbluff County Court, she was sentenced to a total of 3 to 5 years in prison on the first charge and 1 to 2 years on the second charge. Those two counts will run concurrently, and she received credit for 161 days already served. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer is in with a chance of some scattered T-storms across the region. He has your Thursday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're going to be dealing with humid conditions as we go through the evening hours tonight. Temperatures are going to cool off finally into the 70s by 10 o'clock. We're not going to drop very far. Those dew points are up. That humidity continues, and that's going to keep temps from falling much below the mid and upper 60s tonight. A storm or two around, not many of those. Slightly better chances tomorrow, especially in the Sandhills. Better chances of storms coming on Sunday, but really warm and humid weather is going to continue for the next couple of days. About normal for highs and lows yesterday, 93 and 56. Speaking of about normal, we're nowhere near that with the rainfall. Look at this. We're now about a third of what we should be for the month. We've had a half an inch in all of July in Scottsbluff. That is over 0.8 now below normal. And for the year, we're at 3 2/3 inches a deficit. We have about 1/3 of what we should have for the year as well. Hot temps are here in the high plains. We have 90s, even some low 100s sneaking in portions of South Dakota. 80s and 90s across the Cornhusker State. We have 90s primarily for most of us. A couple of upper 80s, Kimball and Cheyenne. Otherwise, mid and 90s. 97 right now in Valentine. It's a warm 97 too. Those south winds, 20 to 25 in the Sandhills. Outside of that, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. And severe weather going to be confined to our north tonight. Can't rule out a marginal risk of a severe storm in our region, primarily the eastern portions of the Panhandle, east of 385. But we're not going to see many storms tonight. Now tomorrow, we bring in a better chance. Could see some strong storms tomorrow. A decent shot of getting some moisture here. Better chance of severe weather from Valentine into portions of South Dakota. We'll watch this slight risk area. Wouldn't be surprised to see that drug a little further to the southwest. Now by Saturday, the thunderstorm chances should be lower and the severe weather chances certainly should be down as well. Just a very isolated thunderstorm early this evening. That's it. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies overnight, and it's going to stay warm thanks to those high dew points. Muggy lows tonight in the mid and upper 60s. 71 in Chadron. Look at Valentine tonight, 75 for a low. They have heat advisories in effect that will continue into tomorrow. Now tomorrow we start with partly cloudy. Afternoon, a few thunderstorms start to form across the region and push off to the north. Watch this complex of storms. If those storms hold together like that and do form over the Sandhills like that, we could be dealing with some very heavy rain. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. Highs tomorrow in the low to mid 90s out there. Another muggy, hot day. Look at what the precip forecast is here through tomorrow night. Now this is what we're looking at. If this, again, thunderstorm complex can hold together in areas here like Valentine, the Sandhills, we could be talking about a ton of rain. Now don't set your hopes on getting 4 inches of rain in Valentine specifically, but that's what these forecast models are showing, is the possibility for 1 to 2 inches real quickly with heavy rain producing thunderstorms. There's certainly the moisture in the air. If we do get some of those to form, that they could be very effective rain producers. 66 tonight with just a slight chance of an evening storm. Otherwise, partly cloudy and humid. Those humid conditions continue tomorrow. Better chance of getting storms. Not everybody, about a 4 in 10 chance tomorrow of some storms. Highs in the low 90s. Our 7-day forecast, we go back into the mid and upper 90s for Saturday. Bring in a better chance of storms than Sunday. Got our sights set on a likely chance of storms Sunday. Into Monday, temps fall back into the 80s. We warm into the 90s for the middle portions of next week and may kick that monsoon moisture out a little bit and at least drop the chances of thunderstorms for a couple of days in the middle of next week.
Join us in Mitchell, Nebraska for the 133rd Annual Scottsbluff County Fair, July 25th through August 1st. Evening events start on Tuesday with the FAA Alumni Chore Time. Wednesday's the Heartland Truck and Tractor Pull. Local stock at 6, main event to follow. Thursday is Dueling Pianos by Fun Pianos. Friday it's the No Limits Monster Truck Competition. Then on Saturday it's the 37th Annual Rubber Check Race. And on August 15th it's the Demo Derby. For tickets call 632-1828 or visit ScottsBluffCountyFairgrounds.com. At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gearing, call Allstate agent Michael Inglehop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home. with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Welcome back. Unified Command confirming 9 new COVID-19 cases in the Panhandle during their Wednesday afternoon briefing. All 9 of them are in Scottsbluff County, including 2 females in their teens, a woman in her 30s, 2 in their 40s, and 1 in her 50s. 3 males, 1 in his teens, 1 in his 60s, and 1 in his 70s, also testing positive. Unified Command also announcing 6 new recoveries in Scottsbluff County and 1 in Sheridan County. Through Wednesday evening, the Panhandle has seen 397 confirmed cases, 5 deaths, and 318 recoveries. That leaves 74 active cases, including 63 in Scottsbluff County, 5 in Morrill County, 4 in Boxbutte County, and 2 in Kimball County. Well, attempts to lower Nebraska's property taxes appear to stumble yet again after some state lawmakers argued that the newest package could hurt local K-12 school districts by restricting their ability to tax. Senators debated the bill for about 3 hours, but ended up skipping over it without a vote, leaving its prospects unclear. The only way it's likely to return to the legislature's agenda is if leading supporters can show that they have at least 33 votes to overcome a filibuster, which is a tall order given the opposition to the bill. And a Democratic U.S. candidate for the U.S. Senate in Nebraska is doubling down on his promise to stay in the race despite growing pressure to drop out after sending sexually vulgar text messages to a female campaign staffer. Chris Janicek says he won't withdraw from the race, and he blames the state's top Democratic leaders for the party's recent struggles to win statewide office in Republican-dominated Nebraska. His comments came just days after the Nebraska Democratic Party endorsed one of Janicek's former primary opponents, Alicia Shelton, to try to unseat Republican U.S. Senator Ben Sasse. The endorsement won't necessarily stop Janicek, however, because he already won the Democratic nomination back in May. State law doesn't allow party officials to remove him from the ballot without his consent. Well, straight ahead at the sports desk, Chris Cottrell gearing up for the West Nebraska All-Star Weekend. He catches up with coaches and players right after the break.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
As farmers make plans to return to their fields for spring planting, we urge farmers to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Electricity is one of the most overlooked, yet deadly hazards of working on a farm. Beware of increased height when loading and transporting equipment on trailers. Avoid raising the arms of planters or cultivators or raising truck beds near power lines. So let's take extra caution this spring planting season. This message brought to you by
Roosevelt Public Power District, your touch-tone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
It's an all-star edition from here at the Sports Desk for today. West Nebraska All-Star Week is in high gear in Scottsbluff with the volleyball and football showcase games scheduled for tomorrow, Friday instead of Saturday this year for West Nebraska All-Star action. Players and coaches arriving yesterday to start practices and meet with the media. The head coach for the West football team, that's Garden County's Jason Spady.
Well, I think the goal, first of all, is get everything in we need to get in. We tried to cut back on some of the offensive and defensive schemes that I've done in the past as the all-star coach, and just make sure everybody knows what they're doing, get a good rotation of those players so everybody gets some rest, because you're probably correct in that they're not going to be in the best of shape. So do everything we can to minimize somebody getting too tired, and hopefully we can get a lot of kids in playing and have a great time.
Spady has 4 Scottsbluff Bearcats at his disposal. 3 of them, well, they're the big boys in the trenches.
I do have the big boys, and I'm really looking forward to that. My favorite thing watching those games with Scottsbluff is to watch that offensive line really get after people. So get a chance to have those guys on my offensive line. It should be a fun time.
Those Bearcats are Joe McLeod, Trayton Travnicek, Caleb Walker, and Terrence Mokiak.
Oh man, I'm like astounded right now, just because what we've been through and everything, and going through our whole high school year, and be able to go out one more time, lace it up.
Now another local kid getting to play this year is Garrett Conn. He's from Gering High School, solid player, hard worker, and he wants to have some fun this week, but he'll have a business approach come game time tomorrow.
I just want to show that Gering, we're all not a bunch of little wimps, you know. We're a team too, you know. I want to prove to them that Gering can do it also.
Probably need to meet the man in charge of the East football team. That'd be Jace Doolin. He's the head coach at Elm Creek High.
It's good. It's a good opportunity to get out and just get back into football and sports. Obviously, the last 3 months have been kind of a crazy ordeal, and it's one of those things that kids are ready to play. All the coaches I brought and myself are just excited for football, excited to get back in coaching and get into it. Out here in the panel, we've had a few. We've played Morrill, we've played Hemingford, we've been out here a few times, and just always enjoy coming out here, get treated well with the hospitality of the Panhandle, and always enjoy it and love coaching football.
Coverage tomorrow on KNEB.TV right here. We'll have the radio broadcast on 106.9 The Trail and streaming online at KHYYFM.com. Pregame starts at 6:45 from Bearcat Stadium. Volleyball late tomorrow afternoon. That'll be at WNCC's Cougar Palace. Blakely Hoffman of Shadron High School leads the West team, and she's proud to have 2 of her own from her program with her this week, Tylee Strathide and Allie Ferguson.
You know, these 2 have had a huge impact on the program since they were freshmen. I wish I could have had the 3rd one here, you know, that would have been even better. But these 2, I think, are going to have a lot of fun. And I remember last year after this, I told them if you get the chance, you know, to take advantage of the experience.
Hoffman also has one of the best players from the Panhandle the last few years on her squad this week. That'd be Maddie Johnson from Sydney.
It means a lot to me, just everything that Sydney, the community, and the schools and my coaches have done for me to get me where I am today. It's amazing to be able to represent them one last time.
Now East volleyball coach Katie Hoblin, she's from Anselmo, Myrna, and she's just glad this game is happening. Didn't think we'd really get to this point. She says that the competitive nature of these kids will shine through tomorrow.
First and foremost, you know, with all the cancellations, we got to make this a fun, positive experience for the kids, and then winning comes. You know, these kids are athletes, they're competitive, so that part will come later, I think.
Radio only, 106.9 The Trail, late tomorrow afternoon, streaming online. That'll be at KHYYFM.com as well. We'll have pregame starting at 3:45, first serve scheduled for 4 o'clock. Tickets for both games only available at the gate at both those locations. There will be temperature checks for all fans entering and plenty of social distancing measures in place. Big day tomorrow for the West Nebraska All-Star players and coaches. Should be fun. That's the latest today from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back with more right after this on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
Take your career to the next level with Chadron State College's online Master of Science in Organizational Management program, taught by experienced professors who care about your success. CSC offers 3 flexible options with its Master of Science degree: Human Services, Natural Resources, and Sports Management. With CSC's history as an education leader in the classroom and online, you'll have a solid foundation as you take your career to the next level. Chadron State College, real people, real results. Learn more today at csc.edu.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, Western Nebraska Community College has received a Nebraska Workforce Retraining Initiative grant from the Nebraska Department of Economic Development. This grant provides funds to administer scholarships to those negatively impacted by COVID-19 who meet certain unemployment or underemployment criteria, allowing them to complete training programs for jobs in high-demand fields. The average scholarship will be approximately $1,100, and WNCC will be able to assist upwards of 137 qualified individuals during these unprecedented times. Eligible students must meet one of the following guidelines listed on the screen, and those can be used towards programs that include auto body, EMT, nursing assistant, med-aid, welding, Class A CDL, and more. Applications for the Nebraska Workforce Retraining Initiative scholarships will be accepted through September 1st. And for more information or to apply, go to wncc.edu/retraining. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.